Okay, in order to complete the first part of It's Your Life, we need to register with Indiana Career Explorer. Some of you have already done that and you've already done these steps, but for the most part, a lot of you still need to do this. So in order to complete this first part, we need to register. So in order to do that, we need to click New Users Register here. The first thing that you need to do is click the little radio button to the left of the word student. And then the drop down arrow comes and select 8th grade and click continue. You need to fill out your first name. And in this case, I'm just going to register my son. Your last name, your gender, your date of birth, your zip code, and if you're not sure, ask your teacher and you can just use the school zip code. Please don't worry about filling out anything about being Hispanic or Latino or your race. We don't need to identify any of that. For your email address, please use your student email, the @students.goshenschools.org. For me, again, I'm just using my son's. Do not worry about filling out your parent email or the cell phone carrier. Your expected year of graduation is going to be the year of 2020. Don't worry about filling out your student ID. Your expected level of education is extremely important. And the reason why is you don't want to limit yourself to not getting any jobs that come up, but you don't want to set yourself up for failure as well. We want to make this as realistic as possible. The one thing I don't want you to do is I don't want you to click on high school graduation or equivalent. It's not going to give you as many job choices as you're going to want to see. If you know that you are college bound as far as wanting to get a 4-year bachelor's degree and you know that's what you're pursuing, then go ahead and click on bachelor's degree, 4 years, college, university. If you know that you are going to pursue something in medical, lawyer, doctor, whatever, and you know that's a route that you are willing to take and are going to enable, you realize that's going to be an additional 8 years of schooling, if not more, after you have left high school. And that would be a doctorate or professional. The majority of you would fall there in the bachelor's degree, a 2 to 3 year associate's degree, or less than 2 years post-secondary certificate or program. A lot of you guys that have expressed interest in Elkhart Area Career Center, I would like you guys to select the less than 2 year post-secondary certificate or program. I don't want you to do anything with the high school graduation or equivalent or the on-the-job training for specific occupation. Please select any of those that are below that. Once you've made that selection, come down to where it says create username, and then in that case you're going to use your username that you use to log into the computers here at school. I'm just going to make one up for Brennan, and then your GC underscore password with your student ID, whatever you use to log into the computers. I don't even know what I'm typing. Re-enter it. Then it says to select a secret question. Who is your childhood hero? Of course, that would be his mommy. And then down here in this drop-down box, it's not going to show you anything. So what you need to do here is you need to type in the word Goshen and then select Goshen Middle School. You can click Save if you'd like. And then click I have read and I agree to the terms and click Register. If for some reason it does not come to this next screen, all that means is you must have forgotten something that was a required field to fill out. So just go back and review your information. Once you get to this screen, this is called your home screen. And this is the area in which you need to complete the assessments. There are 2 assessments that you guys are going to complete in order to get job choices. The first one is the interest assessment, and the second one is the confidence assessment. This one indicates that it's 9 minutes approximately. This one indicates that it's 7 minutes approximately. Now, it's super important that you guys realize if you don't take your time to do this, and if you just fly through them for the sake of getting it done, the jobs that are going to be available are not going to match up with you at all. So it's just basically 16 minutes of your life to help you come up with jobs that can match up with your skills and your interests. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click Start. Now, you don't have to change anything here because we already indicated that when we registered. And then you're going to click Start Assessment. And the directions here just say a number of different activities will be presented in groups of 3. Read over these activities. Decide which of the 3 you would prefer to do the most and click the box under First. Then decide which one you'd like to do next most and click on the second. Once you have selected a first and second placement, the third selection will automatically fill in for you. Click Next to proceed to the next questions. Some of the activities involve a certain amount of skill or training. In those cases, imagine that you have the necessary training or experience. There are no answers that are right or wrong. An answer is right if it's true for you. These instructions are available at the top that say Review Instructions. So go ahead, we're going to click Next. Down here is a bottom bar, a progress bar that will keep progressing as you move along. So this is what the first series is going to look like. So if I'm looking this over personally, I have these 3 options. And I'm looking, read to a sick person, calculate the tips people should leave at a restaurant, and write a children's book in rhyme. So for me, the first choice would be to read to a sick person. Second, because I'm a business teacher, I would do calculate tips. And then you can see that the third choice was already filled out for me. And now you can see that I have made 3% of my progress. So I'm going to follow these steps until I am finished with the steps of this first interest assessment. In that first assessment, you're going to come up with a screen that tells you that you are congratulated and that you have finished. Because you're just doing this for the It's Your Life project, we aren't going to take any of your time and share the results and do all of that fun stuff that we did in college and careers. So for these purposes, just go ahead and close out of this screen. And you're going to go back to your home screen. And then you're going to click on the confidence or the skills confidence assessment. So you're going to go directly back to the other assessment. Again, you don't have to change the level of education. You're going to click Start Assessment. And this one's going to look a little bit different. For this one, it says, please indicate your current level of confidence for each of the following tasks. Fill in your answer by clicking your mouse with the box that best represents your response. Once you complete all items, please click Next, so on and so forth. So there's a guide. It says, I've done this task well. I have done this task but could improve. I haven't done this task but could easily learn. I haven't done this task but could learn with some effort. Or I haven't done this task and it would be rather hard for me. So again, you'll have your progress bar. I'm going to click Begin Assessment. And here's how the first screen is going to look. So I'm just going to go over this one really quick with you, and then you can do it on your own. It says, read several scientific articles and write a concise summary. So for me, I would say I have done this task, but I could improve. Build a doghouse. I have done this task well. Welcome people I've never met to a conference. I have done this task well. Keep track of all financial records for a small business. I have done this well. Read for someone who is blind. I have not done this, but I believe I could easily learn. Test water from a pond for solution. I have not done this, but I could learn with some effort. Visualize a stage set for a specific scene in a play. I feel like I haven't done this, but I could learn with effort, and then explain what causes earthquakes to happen. I have not done this, but I could learn with some effort. So then I would go to my next screen, and I would do this until I'm finished. And right now you can see that I'm 11% done with this assessment. Okay, now that you are finished with the skills confidence assessment, you're going to get the same screen that you did the first time after you finished the interest assessment. And again, because we're not doing anything with this except finding your career and your salary, you can go ahead and exit out of this screen as well. Now you're finished with your assessments, and now it's time to find out what careers matched up with you based on those two assessments. So this is the last step. It's really easy. So you're going to click on the blue tab at the top that says Explore Occupations. Then you're going to click on the first option that says Explore Occupations by Assessment Results. If you scroll down, this is already finished for us, so it has filtered our options for us. And you can see here at the top, I have, or based on my assessments, there's 47 occupations that have met or matched my criteria. And here are the list of occupations. And now I just kind of flew through these, by the way. There's several pages. So before you make a commitment to the ones that you write down, please actually take a look, like a corner. Well, it's not like the corner of a wall, but if I click on it, read about it and see if you're interested in it. Okay, it performs autopsies, direct activities related to pathological and toxicology analysis, etc., etc. And if you come down here, it's going to give me a salary range. Let's say I decide I don't really like that one. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to keep scrolling through until I find one that I really like. So I think I'm going to like this pharmacy technician. So on the green piece of paper that your teacher has handed out, the first thing you're going to write down is your name and your success teacher, and that's really important. On number 1, it's going to ask you what your career name is. So for me, I'm going to write down pharmacy technician because I've read all about it and I think it's absolutely fantastic. And I come down here and I'm going to find, for Indiana, I'm going to look at the median salary for pharmacy technician, and I'm going to write down this amount right here. Now there's going to be a few jobs that you come up with that they do not have Indiana listed. However, they're going to come up with a national median salary, and you can go ahead and use the national median salary for that job only if for some reason there's not an Indiana listed. And once you're done doing that, then this part is over. You can play around with this website if you like, mark things down, whatever you'd like to do, but that concludes this portion of It's Your Life activity. Hope you guys learned a little bit about yourself, and I'm excited to see you all in May.